Death, taxes, and secret layers. It had been, before this week, a few months since we had seen our last secret layer from Wizards of the Coast, and now we have gotten two in the same week. Today we've got one centered around dogs.
If you had your money on Wizards of the Coast printing another secret layer, the odds probably weren't good for you and you probably only made a little bit of money. The video starts right now.
Special thanks to our Patreon supporters who power our channel. Check out our Patreon for monthly giveaways, exclusive content, and even a starring role in our fan fight series. Link in the description below.
Hello and welcome to the day.
Thank you for spending your time with us.
I'm Jake.
I'm Joel. Welcome back to another episode of Jake and Joel Are Magic. We're going to talk about Secret Lair. Every dog has its day. But first, if you like the video by the end of it, would you go down there and hit that like button and that subscribe button, because it really helps us out.
Click like, click subscribe. It's the best way to support the channel with just the click of a button. We have dogs to talk about, cats and dogs. People love animals. We eat certain ones, but some we adore. And cats and dogs are the ones that we adore, so let's go ahead and talk about those.
All right, so that was an interesting intro into Every Dog Has Its Day Secret Lair. Off the rip, we're here on the page, off the rip, before we start talking about the cards or the value that the cards represent. Jake, we've got the regular version for $30 and the foil version for $40. I think that's a pretty cool development in this whole Secret Lair thing.
Yeah, this is great. Regular foil, let people choose. It makes sense. We were talking about this in pre-production right before we started filming, but it's interesting how... at this point, they probably have an idea of what kind of numbers they're going to get out of these secret layers. They're probably able to print a certain amount in the beginning, and if they need to print more, they will. If you don't want cards that curl, if you just are here for the art, spend less, buy the regular version.
That's exactly right. Let's look at the cards that we've got here. Jake, this time around, they have provided us with Rest in Peace, Dig Through Time, Ancient Grudge, and Lightning Greaves. We've got Commander playable cards, and good golly, Miss Molly, if they have not slammed home this year that they are going to be printing dogs for us.
Yeah, sure. And for the people that are playing like Rin and Siri, I think the Lightning Greaves are a great inclusion. You can put Ancient Grudge in there as well. You could put Rest in Peace in there as well. Rest in Peace, excellent card, modern playable card, Pioneer playable card. Excellent sideboard tech. Lightning Greaves, big EDH card. Dig Through Time was one of those cards that was so powerful that it's been banned in multiple formats. So you have to think about, they are printing cards here, but if you were to go to the secondary market to acquire these cards that are very playable cards, you can get them at a fraction of the cost of this secret layer. So you really are buying in for the art. And I don't think we can disagree that that's what Secret Lair is about. Secret Lair is about giving you cards that you could acquire anywhere else in a unique skin, a unique style. We just did Prime Slime, and Prime Slime is such a drastic difference from what these cards are. For me now, when a Secret Lair comes out, I'm more so looking for how different can we make it? How drastically different can it be? And this is just a little too much. It's a little too close to home. I'm not super interested in these cards.
So all the dog cat stuff that has come out this year aside, I think you're absolutely right. It's interesting that we've now had 2 in 1 week and we'll talk about the finance part of this very specifically in a second, but this is 2 in a week where the value does not even close to equal the cost of the Secret Lair itself. If you get the regular edition here for $29.99, $30, if you're hitting the foil edition for $40, you're way under on value. Like Jake said, you can acquire these cards for much cheaper. And so now with 2 in a week versus the rest of the Secret Lairs that we've ever seen that pretty much were at least right at the value of the cost of the Secret Lair and the cards that you were acquiring with the Secret Lair cost. It's interesting that there's such a disparity with 2 that we've seen in this week. It seems like maybe they're starting to test the lower end and see how different they have to make it purchasable by a wide market. Now, Jake, I completely agree with you. These are much closer to the fantasy realism style that we would see with a regular MTG card versus the Slime Time one from earlier this week, where you're right. The departure was vast from regular MTG style. Now, I will point this out. It's a small note. With Slime Time, they did not offer an MTG Arena sleeve code or the MTGO redemption of those cards. That was not part of that Secret Lair. That was the first time I think that we've seen that happen with Secret Lair, where it didn't come with a code or the MTGO redemption code. We're back to that with the Every Dog Has Its Day pack having the MTG Arena sleeve code, which is the Rest in Peace art on the dog, for the dog, and MTGO redemption, so you'll get one of each card of these art. Very small value-wise there. You're talking $3 to $5. I think I didn't purchase the Summer Super Drop, but I bought every single code for Arena sleeves from that pack, from that entire set, and I think I got all of them for like $6 off of eBay. So that's a very small part.
The Super Drop. I didn't buy the Super Drop either. I just think it really does, like you were saying, it comes down to testing the waters. They're saying, like, how low end can we make this? We just got a Lightning Greaves reprint in Double Masters. We know that Lightning Greaves is always going to show up in the Commander decks that come out each year. Rest in Peace, Dig Through Time. Pioneer couldn't even get off the ground. Dig Through Time is just like one of these cards where it's just a couple dollars. Rest in Peace is probably the most expensive card here, and it's not that expensive. Ancient Grudge is like a quarter.
Yeah, so let's jump over to the value of it since you're talking about that. You're 100% right. Double Masters cost $3.69 here. I'm going to blow this up for the folks at home. We got $3 there. You got you're talking the super awesome version here is $17. You're sitting on $5. It's roughly a $5
there's a Kaladesh
artifact.
Invention that's $89.
Right.
But, that just really goes to show, and I think the Kaladesh Invention is the best way to make this point. You have a card that you can acquire for $3 from Double Masters, or you can get the blinging, most pimp version available, and that's what we're looking at right here. So it really does come down to what's in your budget and how many head turner cards do you want to have in your EDH deck, because that's what this is all about. We can go and look at the other cards as well, and Rest in Peace is going to be the most expensive one.
The coolest version here is probably the Gideon frame, and that's a $4 card, and that came in a $15, $20 pack. I can't remember exactly how much those signature spell books are valued at. But
sure, and before Masters 25 and Signature Spellbook, if you go ahead and click on the Return to Ravnica version, we could talk about scarcity here a little bit. This card, if you were to go over to MTG Stocks, you would see that before these reprints, this card was like $12 to $15.
Right.
And that's because its only printing was in Return to Ravnica. That's just scarcity. So as much as this card had this like inflated price, you see now when you put enough on the market that the price does not reflect the power level of the card like it used to, or like people thought it used to.
Dig Through
this card.
Dig Through Time falls into that same category where the price was artificially inflated previously through scarcity. We had the reprint in Ultimate Masters that drove the price down. We've seen with these box sets and these Secret Lairs that they don't move the needle too much on the cost of the card. So, $4 a card here, it's looking roughly like. So far, we've got a $5-ish. We'll just call it $5, even though it's kind of just
I see $3.69. I would just say $3.50.
Yeah, so $3.50. We've got another $3.50, so we're at $7. We're at $3.50.
We're at $11.
$3.50, and then we've got Ancient Grudge, which is under $1.
A quarter.
Yeah.
So, you're looking at about $11 or $12 worth of cards. So how much does the art mean to you? If you do have a Rin and Siri deck, you want the dog Lightning Greaves to go with that deck, then this card means something more to you than it does to me. I will just give you my opinion. I won't be buying this. I might acquire the Lightning Greaves singles on the market, but I know that those Lightning Greaves are not going to be a $30 or $40 card. That's just absurd, and to think that it's going to be that much out the gate is just silly. At this point, we have so many variants in this game in Magic the Gathering. We have collector boosters. We have box toppers. We have showcase cards. We have inventions, expeditions. We have storybook frame cards. We have the poppin' art from Ikoria and the Godzilla stuff. I mean, it's just more and more and more variants. So, yeah.
I would agree with you. I'm not going to acquire this one myself. I'm not. The art style for me isn't as much of a departure as I would like. I'm starting to notice these Secret Lair reviews are fairly skewed toward our opinions on the art. And look, that's kind of the point, I think, with these Secret Lairs. If the art speaks to you, dope, go get it. I got comments on the Slime Time Secret Lair review. I hate this art. It looks too much like it's not a Magic card. I don't want this. I think the art is dumb looking. Y'all saw the video I was mentioning in there. I love it. I bought a copy because the art is awesome to me. I got
one too.
Yeah,
I got one as well.
I've got pieces. I like the ugly, cute monster thing, I guess. I've got pieces of art in my home that aren't by that artist, but are similar visually to what that Slime Time presented. So that one spoke to me, man. With these, this one doesn't speak to me, but I bet you $100 the people that commented on the Slime Time video and said this art's too much of a departure, I'm not interested, are going to look at this and go, man, I've loved the Dog and Cat Initiative this year.
Oh yeah, bro, like
this
someone
is,
with
I'm
a
super
corgi,
into it.
someone with a pug,
right?
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. It looks like it's their dog. If you're thinking about the Lightning Greaves there, look, they see their dog chilling behind Lightning Greaves. I definitely want that for my deck. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm calling myself out in advance of people commenting that my reviews on these change based on whether or not I like them, and saying I know, because that's kind of the point. I think that.
But you want to get really deep here for a second?
Yeah,
Let's
absolutely.
Get really deep for a second. I mean, it really comes down to, why are you here?
Right. Why are you here?
Watching the video right now? Like, if it comes down to you, is it worth it to you? I mean, you're asking us.
Really.
What do Jake and Joel think of it?
That's exactly right. I mean, these have turned, and that's why I wanted to mention at the top that we've gone from a model on Secret Lair where they're giving you at least the $30 or $40 worth of value in singles. Whether it's non-foil or whether it's foil, that you're paying for the Secret Lair. And now to this week, we've seen, well, Wizards is going to test. Okay, if we at least toss in some playable cards. I mean, look, all of these are Commander playable. All of the Slime Time cards were Commander playable. People are incentivized to get these because they'll be able to find a deck that they slot right into that you probably already have a copy of one of these or all four of these cards in your Commander decks right this second. And okay, if they like dogs, they'll buy these, they'll throw them in. It costs us the same to print any piece of cardboard regardless. It costs us the same to print any foil piece of cardboard regardless. You know, let's see if we give them half the value of the card, if we incentivize them. Or in this
one, a third.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
That, dude.
If we incentivize them with art that they really like and we aim at a wide spectrum of tastes, will they purchase them? So I know that the reviews feel skewed, but for us, I mean, I think that's kind of the point, it's, do you like it? Does it speak to you? Do you want it for your Commander decks? I know people in our Discord, right when these got announced, were already going, oh my God, I'm definitely getting this one. And it seems like, they were some of the same people that were like, Slime Time wasn't for me, And so it's just different strokes for different folks.
Different strokes for different folks. I don't think we could have a better segue into the last thing we're going to talk about this product, which is the stained glass planeswalkers. This is something that is always on the mind for everybody.
And I forgot to mention it in the Slime Time video, so I apologize for that.
Slime Time is gone. It doesn't matter at this point. What matters now is that we're talking about the potential Secret Lair stained glass planeswalker that's going to appear. This has been established. It's consistent across all Secret Lairs except for the most expensive Secret Lair ever, Secret Lair Ultimate, where you think you would get like maybe 2 of them or something. You got and 0, but hey, you got fetch lands.
And the good ones,
Yeah, so let's go ahead and speculate on this. I see a colorless card, I see a red card, a blue card, and a white card. Maybe they will somehow be related based on that. We might see Narset, Jace, Tybalt.
Yeah.
I want to do this.
Red, white was Nahiri. Also,
and
wolves, dogs, Arlen Cord would have been the wolf one, So that's kind of related if you look at the theme.
Yeah, but let's do this, and I think this is something that we can put in this video that we haven't done before. But can we go over to MTG Stocks, and can we just look at the stained glass planeswalkers? Because I'm pretty sure that we can. I think we could separate Secret Lair planeswalkers and look at them from price high to low, because I will tell you that with the exception of a couple, a lot of those stained glass planeswalkers no longer add on any kind of real value.
We're here at the MTG Stocks page for our stained glass walkers. We've got them sorted by market price, high to low right here. You can see, obviously, we've got two that are completely away from the pack, Narset and Liliana. We've got one more that's above 30, and that's Teferi. I bet this cost has been driven down by the fact that it was just recently banned and is no longer playable in Standard, even though it's going to rotate soon. It's still going to be playable in other formats until they maybe ban it there. But we've got three that are above 30 bucks, and everything else is under 30, and you can see the price dips off real quick.
Yeah, when you start looking at the market price, because you see like Karn and Ugin, I don't even think those have appeared yet, and I might be wrong about that, but you could see there's no market price for those cards. But when you're looking at like Watley and Teo and Arlen and a Johnny, like these are Secret Lair walkers that are worth $2 a piece. You have more than half of the walkers that are possible in your Secret Lair drop series that are going to be worth like $5 or less. So it's really hard. It's difficult at this point to put any kind of substantial value additionally on the Secret Lair based on these stained glass planeswalkers.
So as far as speculation goes, I would say Arlen makes sense just because it has to do with wolf, werewolves, dogs, you know. I would say a Johnny, again, we've seen it a lot, but it's in the same colors. Dovin, like Jake mentioned, Nahiri is in the colors like I mentioned. But I also want to go up and I say that Zhang Yu makes a lot of sense. There's a dog in the art on this one, and Zhang Yu, maybe through scarcity, is up around the $30 price point. So it would be cool if that was one of the calls. Past that, you know, you've got Vivian.
If you're hanging out here, I don't mean to interrupt you, but if you're hanging out here, Joel just, like, he put the idea in my head and I have to say it now. I would 100% expect Jiang Yu, or however
Zhang
you
Yang
pronounce.
Gu. Yeah, I pronounced it incorrectly.
I would 100% expect that to show up in this Secret Lair. So if you're sitting on that because it's scarce right now, I would move it immediately before people start getting these in and opening up Jiangs, because I can't see there being a better choice.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that is what the choice would be as far as our speculation. So that is Every Dog Has Its Day, regular and foil edition Secret Lair drops. Let's close the book on this Secret Lair. We appreciate you watching. As always, if you would, go down there, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. It really helps us out if you want to support us further. We've got a Patreon. Link is down in the description below. Jake, I don't know if you noticed, but we are officially out of the promotional first edition stickers, but we'd still love your support. Access to our Discord, monthly giveaways over there. It's a very cool place to hang out. At least we think so. Go check it out and see if you're a good fit. Jake, I'm tapped out.
I'm tapped out. As far as is it worth it? For me, not so much.